children, hope you all are safe at home. Okay, children, are you all ready to learn a new topic today? The topic which we are going to learn today in this session is crop improvement in food resources. Okay, so before we go directly into the topic, let's have some basic questions on this topic. Okay, you don't feel like these are very simple questions according to your standards, but let's go from known to unknown. Understand? So children, how do we get energy? Yes, we get energy from food. Very good. Okay, how do we get food? What are the sources of food, children? Yes, what are those two main sources? The two main sources of food are plant sources and animal sources. Okay, so when we are taking the food from plants and animal sources, what do they contain? Do they contain any components, children? Yes, right. We have learned this in your earlier classes in middle school. Yes, what are the components present in food? Yes, they are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. Very good. Okay, children, as we are depending on plants and animals on food, do the plants and animals grow on themselves as we are depending on them for food? No, right? We have to grow them. We are growing plants and also we are rearing animals. Do they have any specific terms, children? What is growing of crops or plants called as, or what is rearing of animals called as? They have specific terms, right? Growing of plants is called as agriculture, whereas rearing of animals is called as animal husbandry. Okay, so the topic what we are discussing about these two topics in this lesson, about improvement in food crops, improvement in crop production, and also about animal husbandry, how to increase the yield in them. Understand? So when we are discussing about these topics, children, nowadays we are listening these terms like we have to increase the production, we have to use new techniques in agriculture, we have to use more and more fertilizers, rich fodder to the animals. We are hearing these terms, right? Actually, what is the need for increasing the production? What do you think, children? What is the need for production? What is the need for increasing the production? Do you have any answer for this, children? We have to increase the production. For what cause? As we know, India is a populated country. We have to increase the production. Understand? As the population is increasing day by day, to meet the demands of increasing population, we need to increase the production. So land for cultivation. Is there any possibility to increase the piece of land? No, right? So in the available land, what is there where we are doing cultivation, on the same piece of land, we need to increase the productivity. Okay, so for that we need to use very intensive techniques or methods to increase the production. Okay, how can we increase the production now? Okay, are the people are putting any efforts to increase the production? What may be the answer for this? Yes or no? As the population is increasing day by day, nowadays we can't say that all the people are suffering for food, but most of them are having enough food. So, though the population has increased, we can say that there is enough food for most of them. But there are also some people who are starving for food. So, for increasing population, what happened here, we can clearly say that the production has been increased. In this lesson, we are also going to discuss about a few revolutions which was laid to increase the food grains, to increase the milk production, to increase the oil seeds. If we take two basic examples about this revolution, if we discuss about a green revolution, this green revolution was contributed to increase the food grains production. It has contributed to increase the production of food grains. Coming to white revolution or Operation Flood, it was happened to increase the production of milk. Availability of milk was increased because of this Operation Flood program. Okay, so as we are discussing about this crop production, we can say that because of these revolutions and efforts of the people, the production has been increased to some extent. But though the production has been increased, though the food grains have increased in the production, then also we are unable to resolve some issues like poverty, understand, malnutrition and hunger. How can we resolve? How can we resolve these situations? We can resolve these situations generally. The problems related to this is, the one thing, production should be increased, and the other thing, the grains which are increased in this production should be access to all of them. How can it will be possible? Though the food grains are there, the people should have money, right? If they have money in their hand, then only they can buy those products and they can have it. Then only they can avoid the problems like malnutrition and hunger. Understand? So all these based on these circumstances, we can say that scientifically the farmers who are doing cultivation, they should be financially sound, so that they'll use quality seeds, they'll use more and more intensive methods for crop production. By doing all these things, we can increase the crop production, and simultaneously we can avoid the problem of malnutrition and hunger, poverty, and also all these things in our country. Okay, and we all know that all these resources are available from the environment. Yes, right, children? So when these resources are available in the environment, when we are collecting these resources from the environment, are we harming the environment? Yes or no? The answer is yes. To increase the production, what are we doing? We are using more and more fertilizers. Okay, when we use more fertilizers, what happens? The fertility of the soil decreases. Understand? And the microorganisms which helps in soil fertility, they also gets damaged due to the action of fertilizers. So as we are using fertilizers to increase the production, but in the other case, what are we doing? We are harming our environment. Okay, so basically we are going to learn two important topics in this lesson. They are how to improve the production in crop improvement, and also we are going to learn how to increase the yield in animal husbandry. Okay, these are the two key terms, which are key main things which are we going to learn in this lesson. Okay, next, children, if we discuss about cultivation first, what are the different crops we grow in India? You know, right? Okay, do you know what are the different types of food crops? You know, right? Very good. What are they? Yes, they are cereals, pulses, oil seeds, fruits and vegetables. Very good. Okay, basically these food crops are divided into three main groups, which you have learned in your earlier classes. Understand? What are they? They are energy giving foods, body building foods and protective foods. Okay, coming to the first food crops, they are cereals. What do you understand by the term cereals? Cereals are nothing but, do you know the examples of cereals, children? Cereals, the examples of the cereals are rice, wheat, maize, etc. Okay, so these cereals are rich in carbohydrates. Okay, and as these cereals are rich in carbohydrates, they provide us energy. That is the reason these are called as energy giving foods. Okay, the next set of food crops what we grow are pulses. What are pulses actually? Pulses are nothing but all the different types of dals. Bengal gram, green gram, pigeon pea, all these seeds which are rich in proteins. When we consume this protein rich food, it helps for body building. Understand? The other food crops what we grow are Oil seeds. Generally, we get oil from by crushing the seeds. We used to extract oil from groundnut, sesame, mustard, castor, etc. And these oil crops, as they yield oil, these oils are rich in fats, and these fats are also called as energy giving foods. Along with these three, we also utilize the we also grow the crops like fruits and vegetables, and they will yield vitamins and important vitamins and minerals which are very good and important for our health, and these vitamins and minerals are called as protective food groups. Okay, along with these crop plants, children, we have discussed about 5 different categories like cereals, pulses, oil seeds and fruits and vegetables. Along with this, we used to grow fodder crops also. What are fodder crops actually? When we are discussing about rearing of animals, when we rear animals for food or for something, what happens? We have to provide food for the cattle. Understand? To provide food for the cattle, we used to grow fodder crops. Understand? If we look at the examples of fodder crops, they are oats, berseem, etc. Sudan grass, etc. These are the examples for fodder crops. Okay. Till now, we have discussed about just the types of crops which we grow in India for our purpose, to meet our basic needs. Now, if we discuss what are the factors on which these crops depend upon. The factors on which these crops depend upon are temperature and photoperiod. Children, you know what is temperature and what is the effect of temperature on the growth of the plant. What is photoperiod here? What is photoperiod? Did you heard the term before? Photoperiod is nothing but the duration of light on a particular day. Is sunlight is important for the plant? Is it affects its growth? Yes, sunlight is very important. It affects the growth, and absorbing the sunlight, plants can prepare their own food material by the process of photosynthesis, which you have learned even in your earlier classes. Understand? So these two are very much important factors which are related to growth of the plant. Understand? And if we discuss about the types of crops, there are certain crops which will grow according to the seasons. If we look at the crops which will grow according to the seasons, there are some crops which are harvested in the month of June to October. Understand? And these crops which are grown in between June to October, they are called as Kharif crops. If we look at the example of Kharif crops, they are rice, maize, etc. Understand? Okay. Next, what are the other set of crops which are grown other than Kharif crops? The Rabi crops. First crops are Kharif crops and the second set of crops are Rabi crops. These crops will grow according to the season. Rabi crops will start growing from the months of November to April. Understand? Whereas Kharif crops will start growing from June to October. Okay, that is the time period for them. Kharif crops are from June to now October, whereas Rabi crops are from November to April. Understand? Examples for this Rabi crops are wheat, bean, etc. Understand? These are the crops which are grown according to the seasons. Okay, so finally, as we are discussing about the same topic, increase in production, in India, the increase in production has been observed in between the years 1960 to 2004. And in this period, we have observed the increase of production at about 4 times. Understand? And this increase of production is also because of the reasons. If you look at the reasons why the production has been increased, the reasons are, first one is choice of seeds. Is it important, children? It is very much important, because if we select the good healthy seeds, if the choice of seeds is good, then the crop which was grown from this will be definitely, it will give good yield. Okay, the second reason is, how are we nurturing the crops? What are the precautions we are taking when we are cultivating crops? This is the second one. Third one, after the harvest, how are we protecting? Okay, these are the three important basic things on which they have observed. On the basis of these three reasons, as they are concentrated on these three reasons: choice of seeds, how the crops are nurtured, and how the harvest is protected. Based on three reasons, as they observed much, the crop production has been increased during that period. Okay, if based on this, if we classify that into groups, we will get three different categories in crop production management. They are, first one will be crop variety improvement. Okay, and the second one will be crop production improvement. The third one is crop protection management. These are the three important methods which we need to follow to improve the production in the particular place.